So, if you've clicked on this video, you're obviously looking for some kind of in-depth guide to become a cap-to-the-wall god, leaderboard, sweathead Mineman. Well, look no further, for this guide is made by a very qualified Mineman. Not really. I'm nowhere near the leaderboard spot, unless you count the weekly leaderboard. I can show you some strategies and tricks to make your games playable and that you may possibly steal the wool. My first tip is to speed bridge. Speed bridging is a literal necessity. If you can't speed bridge, let someone else bridge. Generally, at least one person will know how to speed bridge because Cap to the Wall is based around bridging from one side of the map to another. Speed bridging or ninja bridging is where you place a block, uncrouch, and then quickly crouch when you place your next block, as opposed to flat bridging where you do not uncrouch at all and stay crouched. I made an example of this where a man was flat bridging and I decided to do it faster, so I bridged beside him, and although he had a head start of a couple blocks, I still overtook him in the end. There are many different types of speed bridges, such as god bridging, can't do, breezily bridging, can't do, as well as scaffolding. I could do it, but I enjoy not being banned, so you shouldn't do it. Bridges that I find most useful are ninja bridging, which is the bridge I showed you first, and jitter bridging, where you G click or just click really fast to bridge. Block clutching is when you yeet yourself off of one block and place another block to save yourself from falling into the void midair. Block clutching can also be used to avoid other players, skedaddling away from other players when you have the wool, as well as getting from one place to another faster than you would bridging. Block clutching is prevalent in other games such as Skywars and Bed Wars, where if you get knocked off, you die. If you can block clutch, you can save yourself from elimination. Believe me, it's easier than it looks. I mean, it depends on the situation. Block clutching is also pretty cool and you feel really good when you do it. It can save yourself when you're in a pickle and is a get out of jail free card when you land it. While it can be a lifesaver, it also can be hard to do without practice. Regardless, eventually when you get good at doing it, it's an option to save yourself and prevent you from having to get back to the spot you were in earlier. Next tip is to use what you have. 3 stacks of wood is a lot of wood, so use it. Block spamming can be used to block opponents in their tracks and slow them down while you escape. If an opponent runs into one block, their sprint resets, meaning by the time they sprint again, you'll be long gone. Make sure to sprint jump when you can, as it is much faster than sprinting without jumping. It's around 30% faster than normal sprinting. Secondly, use gold. You gain 20 gold per kill, 10 gold per assist, and 100 gold from capturing the wall. The kits are all 25 gold each, meaning capture one wall and you have kits for basically the rest of the game. I'd say that Swordsman and Builder are the most useful, with Builder giving 2 extra stacks of wood, an Efficiency 1 iron axe, and a diamond pickaxe, as well as 3 forts iron armor. These tools are much faster than the ones you originally start with, and it makes breaking down defenses and placing more defenses much easier. The Swordsman kit gives 3 force iron and an iron sword, as well as 4 golden apples, as opposed to a singular one which you start with in the default kit. The Swordsman kit is useful because of the superior armor and sword to the default kit, as well as also having extra golden apples. Also, use your golden apples that you start with. The extra 2 hearts as well as regeneration is overpowered during and after the fight. You can also buy perks during the games, although I wouldn't recommend going for these as they cost 200 gold each, and although they last the entire game. The shopkeeper also sells items like water buckets and automatic lighting TNT, with the water bucket being useful for MLGing and the TNT being useful for defending and creating ditches to easily defend from opponents. When most players play Capture the Wall, they never place a defense. This comes back to bite them when they're chasing an opponent and they run straight into the wool room and you can no longer touch them as you aren't able to chase them into your wool room. If you had placed a defense, the opponent wouldn't have been able to run straight into your wool room. An easy defense is to just cover the access points to the wool room with a layer of wood. Ultimately, when you're chasing their opponent again this time, they're hindered by a 1-layer thick wall and will actually have to break through them. Axes are fast, but if you catch up to them and hit them a couple of times, their breaking resets and you'll be able to kill them. Unless you can't, in which that sucks for you, I guess. Advanced strategies include spamming crafting tables, so if your enemy is trying to place blocks to climb over defense, they get stuck in the crafting table menu, and you can knock them off while they're stuck, as well as spamming buttons so they can't place blocks to their sweaty wall runs into the wall room. This strategy is time consuming and boring, but can ultimately save your game from a crushing defeat. At the same time, spending so much time on your defense and losing is quite depressing, as you could have spent that time collecting insano nano block clutch clips for your 1000 kill capture the wall montage. Really, spending your time defending is probably not worth it, as no matter what defense you build, some sweathead will jitter over your defense and steal the wall and escape, making you lose the game. Anyways, Hypixel Mineman, I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope my guide was remotely useful. If you subscribe or like, that'd be kinda cool. Anyways, I must skedaddle. My Minecraft dogs need me. Bye!